Black man power, black woman power, black child power. It's King Leon X, the human liberator, UBVOA. And this is my first time going live on this account. Wow. This Facebook account has been deleted. This Facebook account has been gone. This Facebook account has been gone for over 18 months. Wow. I thought this Facebook, I thought they was gonna never let me have it back. I thought it was deleted. I couldn't tag it, I couldn't log into it. And then today, here it is. So I'm about to just give y'all this life, okay, off top. I'm about to tell y'all how to write out your plan for life in 7 steps. All right? Because in 2017, we have to be prepared. All right? I'm not complaining about the election. I'm not worried about the presidential, what Donald Trump doing. I ain't worried about what anybody else is doing because I'm in charge of my life. I got free enterprise. You feel me? I got the power. You got the power. We got the power. You feel me? And then when we're able to learn how to organize our thoughts properly, and when we get serious enough about the results that we intend to create and the quality of life that we intend to develop, then it's clear. It's our life. It becomes extremely clear, and I live in an extremely clear place right now. And so, write out your plan for life in 7 steps. I'm about to give y'all probably 20 minutes of power. All right, just as a comeback, Joan. I don't know when the next time I'll go live on this. But the first step to writing out your plan for life is clearly write down what you want. You have to write down what you want. If you don't know what you want, if you don't know where you're going, then any road will take you there. If you don't know what you want, then how can anyone help you help? If you don't know what you want, then you can't complain about what you're getting. You see, we live in a world of cause and effect and cause and result. Your current reality is a byproduct of your past thoughts and actions. If you would have thought different things in the past and done different things, you will be in a completely different situation today. Period. So your right now really is not who you are, but it's who you were. But if you want to continue to be the same person, then you're going to keep getting the same results. The definition of insanity is to keep doing the same things and expecting to get different results. Now, when I say write down what we want, we understand that wealth is a holistic experience. So what do we really want? What do we really want in our physical life? You know, in our family life, in our financial life, in our social life, in our spiritual life, in our mental, right? What do we want in all of these areas, right? So when I go through these 7 steps, it's important for you to know that you must go through all of these 7 steps in each area of your life. It's important for you to know that you must work harder on yourself than you do on your job. You must work harder on yourself than you do trying to maintain relationships with other people. Because the truth is, people would rather deal with your best self. People would rather deal with your greatest version. You see, and people would rather be around other people who are focused on becoming their greatest version, because we know that if we're focused on becoming our greatest version, then we'll become the greatest asset to the collective. If we're listen, all right, hold on. It's important to know that when we talk about wealth and what we're striving for, it's important to separate in your mind wealth from money. Understand that wealth is just not money. Money is not just wealth. Okay? Westernized culture makes us think wealth is biased to money. Just like sex is biased to some physical contact. Right? When you hear the word sex, you think physical contact. Okay? This is programming. So we must understand that wealth starts with a positive mental attitude, right? Wealth starts with a positive mental attitude. Wealth includes a peace of mind and sound health, freedom from fear, freedom from worry, right? Wisdom to understand people, being engaged in a labor of love, hope for future achievement, capacity for applied faith, complete self-discipline. You see, willing to share your blessings with others. These are parts of wealth. This is wealth. And then material riches of your own choice and quantity. And notice how money ended the list. Because we live in a world of cause and result. Money is nothing but a result. Money is nothing but the scoreboard of your efficiency and your productivity and how organized you are with turning your thoughts into physical things and then profiting from that. Most people only know how to earn cash flow from offering their services on someone else's dollar. You just give them your body and you're like, here, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. Can I get paid? Whatever you're gonna pay me, I'll take it. Whatever you're gonna pay me, I'll take it. You know the hardest question that people be having to answer? Because listen, check this out. Because when I left college early, it's because I got a job the type of job that people go to college to get. Right? And pretty soon I was on the other side and I was doing interviews. So I interviewed probably 1,000+ people, right? Way older than me and younger than me. And the hardest thing that people do on the interviews, the hardest question that people have to answer on the interview, like just on the application, the hardest thing where people have the most confusion and the most blank answers is, how much do you expect to make? How much do you expect to make? How much do you expect to earn? How much do you want to earn? Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? You go into a job and then leave what you want to earn blank. You must be doing it wrong. You must have been sold on the wrong plan. You must take responsibility and accountability for the space that you occupy if you want to get different results. But I don't want to hear any complaining, because ignorance is not an excuse, you see. You don't end up happy due to ignorance. No, you end up poor, confused, and lonely. If you don't know, then you end up poor, confused, and lonely. You see. Anyway, I said all that to say that getting clear what we want, identifying all of those particular areas, career, mental, spiritual, social, financial, family, and making sure that we do the 7 steps in all of those areas. What we're going to talk about is money specifically, right? So this is what we're going to talk about, because this is the major thing that ends most relationships. The number one cause of divorce is finance, right? Damn, that's crazy. And 98% of people who file bankruptcy, if they would have had an extra $500 a month, then they wouldn't even file bankruptcy. Damn, that's not even that much. That's crazy. So we must investigate what you can do to take charge of your own life, take charge of your own financial future. If you haven't found the opportunity that's going to provide financial security for you and your family forever, and you know that your job's not it, and you're not actively pursuing that opportunity, then what are you doing? So we have to write down what we want, right? That's the first step. When we're talking about writing out our plan for life in 7 steps, the first step is writing down what we want, right? Just like how the application I was describing. When they say how much money you want to make, people leave that blank when they go into job applications. And then want to go and march and rally for, we need to raise minimum wage. That's so funny. People are so backwards. People are planting seeds in the sand and wondering why they're not getting fruit. They're planting tomatoes in the sand. They went to the beach to start planting tomatoes, and then they're wondering where the crop's at. They wondering. That's not the process, family. Someone has to tell them that tomatoes don't grow there. You feel me? Like, You can't get that doing what you're doing. Or you're going to be as confused and frustrated and discouraged and worried and fearful and envious and jealous and hateful. Because these are all byproducts of not being clear what you want and not taking charge of your life. So write down what you want. That's the first step. The second step, because we were talking about writing out your plan for life in 7 steps. This is proven. This is proven. I wrote out my plan for life years ago, and I live it. And I'm living it. When I learned these philosophies, and I learned them from people who said that they taught hundreds of thousands of other people, and these people are all self-made millionaires. And I spent the last, 5 years studying self-made millionaires. Did you even know? Did you guys even know that there's 10 million self-made millionaires in America? 10 million. And 7 million of those are first generation. That means they were born modest means, and now they're a millionaire and they created generational wealth. They went from generational poverty to generational wealth in one lifetime, and now and they have the opportunity to secure that for their future generations and the rest of their bloodline. Wow. 7 million people. Did you know that in the last 10 years, over 5 million millionaires have been created? Damn. That's crazy. 5 million. How long is it going to take you to count from 5 million by ones? That'd probably be fun because you'll be counting the amount of millionaires. So by the time you get to 5 million, you should realize that you can do it too. Here, there's a strategy, right? Count to 5 million by one. And with every number, know that you're counting the amount of people who in Babylon have became self-made millionaires. So by the time you get to 5 million, you should have sufficient self-confidence. Step 1 was write down what you want. Step 2 is attach a date for its achievement. See, me, I decided when I wrote down, I'm like, what do I want? Billion. I want to be a billion. I want $1 billion, 10 digits. Billionaire. The date, 2023, right? May 7th, 2023. That's the day I turned 34, right? What we must understand the importance of date, though. We must understand the importance of putting a date, attaching a date to our goals and our dreams. Not only because of timeliness, because a lot of the work when it comes to goal setting and personal achievement and manifestation is not done by you. It's not done by the work of your hands. It's done in the ethers, in the world that's unseen. And so that you must be clear and specific about the things that you want. Just like if you're searching Google, the clearer you are about what the answers you need, the more the more information you'll have. The more, you know what I mean. And you don't have to worry about the how. You don't know how Google works. You just have to know what you're looking for. You don't have to know how GPS works. You just have to know where you're going. You're not worried about all the turns. You're not concerned with. You don't look up who looks up all the turns they have to make in the GPS before they start. No one. They just start, and then they trust in faith that action of starting is going to eventually get them to the destination. And they know wholly that any obstacle or any roadblock or any detour that they get to, GPS, since they've already determined the destination, will get them through. Will get them to their destination. If you make a wrong turn on GPS, if you still have your GPS on, all you have to do is look back at it and it'll get you to the destination. Right? So just like those detours of, just like a detour riding in a car, GPS is prepared to get you to your destination. Step number 3 is listing the obstacles that you must overcome. So then the first one is deciding what you want, getting clear, clear what. Number 2, attaching a date for it. Number 3 is listing the obstacles that you must overcome. Why is it important to list the obstacles that you must overcome? Because if someone has already done what you've done, then it's a process, it's a system, and it's things that they had already had to overcome. And if you study enough people that have done that, you can see and compare the things that they had to overcome. And then so you can outline your obstacles. And so once you start overcoming those obstacles, or you meet those obstacles, you're on the right track. Instead of how most people do, they start a goal without listing the obstacles that they have to overcome, and then they hit an obstacle and then they quit. Bam. People quit as soon as they hit obstacles because they haven't listed the obstacles prior to starting. Ain't that right, Trev? It's like, have you ever started something and then quit it? I did that before. And like, you started something, you had a good idea, you started, and then you hit an obstacle, and then it was like, fuck it. Did that happen to you before? Mm-hmm. Right. To prevent that from happening, that's why point 3 is list the obstacles you must overcome. Hold on, I'm plugging my charger up. Hold up. Alright. Let me make sure it's charging. Alright, cool. It's charging. Alright, good. So that point 3 was listing the obstacles you have to overcome. Just so then you're prepared, just like GPS is prepared. Right? GPS is prepared for any obstacle or any roadblock or any detour that you will come, any wrong turn, any wrong move you make. GPS is prepared because you were clear on the destination. You were clear on you were clear on where you wanted to go. And so if it is a detour, you might got to do something a little differently. It's still going to be towards that direction. So it helps us as a recreator, someone who's going from poverty to power, someone who's turning their ideas to physical things, taking a personal initiative, going from slave to savior. Savior for who? Savior of yourself. You got to save yourself. There's no savior coming for you. Ain't just like babies don't drop out of the sky, ain't no money bags dropping out the sky either, family. Ain't no happiness bags dropping out the sky either, family. If you want to be wealthy, you got to study wealth. If you want to be healthy, you got to study health. If you want to be happy, you got to study happiness. Just like if I wanted to be a computer person, I would have to study computers, right? I would have to study engineering, right? If I wanted to build cars, I would have to study automotives, right? If I wanted to be a dentist, I'd have to study teeth and oral, whatever that shit is. Tell him, Jamel, you don't come wealthy by mistake. Damn, that's I should put that on a shirt. I'm about to put that on a shirt. You don't come wealthy by mistake. So point 3, like I said, is listen to obstacles that you have to overcome. That's what's going to help you have and maintain a positive mental attitude. The fourth point is identifying the specific groups, the specific people, and the specific organizations that are necessary in order for you to achieve that goal, in order for you to accomplish that task. Because we know that one is too small of a number to achieve greatness. We know that we only exist based on our relationship to other people. We know that in order for us to accomplish our definite major aim, we're going to have to be working in harmony with other people. So step 4 is identifying those people before you even start. Identify the people, groups, and organizations that you must work with. The 5th point is identifying the skills, the knowledge, and the information required. Right? So, wow, that means that you could have decided your goal, your plan, your particular objective could have been something that you didn't even know how to do. You didn't even know. That's the best part about it. You could write out a plan for life and a goal for something that you don't even know how to do yet. You don't even know what you don't know. And you can still accomplish it. Just like look, just perfect example. Donald Trump's the president. No military experience, no political experience. He set a goal. He set the date. He listed the obstacles. He identified the groups and the people that he had to work with. He identified the skills and the knowledge that he needed to win. He set a plan of action, which is the sixth step. Right? The sixth step is plan of action. Developing that plan of action, which is a whole nother, video in itself. The art of setting goals, measurable goals, smart goals. The art of planning ahead, projecting yourself out into the future, who you want to be, where you want to be, what you want to have, the lifestyle you want to live, the experiences that you want to have for yourself and your family and friends. Being clear with your eyes closed, seeing what that looked like, to then be able to open your eyes and not be discouraged by the physical reality in your face. But trust and believe and know that your goals, ideas, dreams, concepts already exist in an energy form. You just have to become that type of person to have that. You just have to raise your vibrations and energy to the frequency of those things. And you could do that deliberately, time and time again. So setting a plan of action, you've already accomplished a whole bunch of goals and dreams. You went to school, you graduated elementary school, you graduated middle school, you graduated high school, you might have graduated college, you got a job, you got that girl you wanted, you got that husband, you feel me? It's like, the problem is not that people aim too high in life and miss. Is that they aim too low and hit. Some people not aiming at all. And that's sad. It breaks my heart. And I can't help them by being one of them. I cannot help the poor by being poor. I cannot help the impoverished by being impoverished. I cannot help the people that are in misery if I'm in misery. The blind can't lead the blind, can they? What would that look like anyway? Can you imagine just looking into a room or just looking out and just seeing blind people, just blind people, they're leading each other, they're trying to follow the voice because they can't hear. They obviously can't see. They're blind. And so they think that they're all in order. They think they're all in order and they got it together, but they're all over the place. And half of their people are missing. Boy just walked off the cliff. This motherfucker about to walk into the ocean and drown. Or drop into a pool. This person about to get hit by a car. That's what blind leading the blind looks like. And I cannot. I refuse to be my lowest self. I refuse to live a life of misery and frustration. I refuse to live a discouraged life. I refuse. I refuse to die with my dreams in me, with my goals in me, with my concepts in me, with my ideas in me. I refuse to die with my music in me. Therefore, I choose to act. Now, I act now. And what do I act on? My plans. My plans of action. That's step 6. And step 7, for writing out your plan for life. So step 1 was decide what you want. Get clear what you want. And we're talking about in your family. We're talking about in your health. We're talking about in your social contribution. We're talking about in your relationships. We're talking about in your legacy. We're talking about in your career. We're talking about in your mental. We're talking about in your spirituality. What do you want? That means you have to do these steps a lot of times. That means it's going to take some time. How serious are you about taking charge of your life and being the leader of your life? Because Only 3% of adults have written goals. I mean, that's a fact. That's a fact. Only 3% of adults have written goals. Right? Just writing the goal, getting the clear what is just the start. That's just the first part of the bridge. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishments. You have goals, you have accomplishments. You have goals, you have accomplishments. It takes discipline to get here. Only 3% of adults have written goals. 1% of the 1% of America makes over 85-90% of the wealth and manages and controls over all those resources. Only 3% of people have written goals. And 1% of the people control everything in America, basically. Only 3% have written goals, though. And only 1% had the discipline to turn that goal to accomplishment. The 7th step is listen, what's in it for you? What's in it for me? List the benefits. What's in it for you? What's in it for you? That's why your goals have to be big. That's why they have to be specific. That's why they have to be short range and long range. Dreams come a size too big so we could grow into them. Dreams come a size too big so we can grow into them. Maybe that's why in 2012, something made me write down that my chief aim is to positively influence the minds of the youth, create an achievement-driven culture, and lead the next generation into a global renaissance. What the hell did that mean? I know now. I live that now. I'm inspiring an achievement-driven culture right now, creating a results-driven, community, solution-oriented people right now. I'm leading black people into a global renaissance right now. I'm positively influencing the minds of the youth right now. You see, the benefits for me, because I actually like to hear people say good things about me. I don't know about you. I don't know about you, family. But I really, 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 really enjoy, I love, like, I'm obsessed with hearing people say positive, constructive, sincere things about me. Therefore, I must do things. I must be willing to do the things that will have them say the type of things that I want to hear. If I want to, if because I'm not gonna fake the funk, you guys. I love myself. I can only love you to the extent that I love myself. The love that you feel for me is only from the overflow. I don't give you any of my self-love. I give you the overflow. I don't take love away from myself to love you. You receive the overflow. Like, cause my cup runneth over. Like, I got more than enough, you see? Listen, you guys. Big goals force you to reach inside and pull out what's in. Don't self-destruct. Because time's going to always march on. And you're going to be another day older, another week older, another month older, another year older, and nowhere near closer to the goal that you don't have. Hey, and that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. When I started hearing those types of things and those types of ideas, guess what I did immediately? I immediately went and I stayed up for like 3 days in a row, it seemed like. And I'm like, oh hell nah. I bought a new notebook. I'm like, oh hell nah. Because I'm serious about my life. I'm serious about my future. I'm serious about my legacy. My mom don't get more than condolences for her. How many people you know that died? You die right now. What's your people gonna get? Condolences for? Do you even have life insurance? This is what I'm saying. Like, how serious are you even about life? Like, and like, people be saying they want all these things, but it's like, do you even have life insurance? Especially a revolutionary who risked their life every single day, and who could be just got at any moment just because you put black people first. I guess if we're gonna be spooked, if you do believe in spookism, because I know I talk a lot. I be around. I'm super unapologetic all over the globe in the presence of all people, and all people love and respect and appreciate what I do. And when I'm in the places that are the least black, and I do my thing, my performance, my speeches, my lecture style performances, and all these things, and my views and perspectives, guess what happens? All these other races, they always love buying me drinks and asking me questions, and telling me to continue to be subversive, and telling me that they really appreciate my message and perspective because they never thought about it like that before. They never heard that before. They never felt that before. Because, believe it or not, every single, black people switch up around white people. So white people live a life of going everywhere, all around the world, and everywhere they go, that person, the people that they come in contact with, switch up to help to make sure that this white person's attitude is better, or maintain that they don't offend. Did you guys know that they programmed us to do that? Did you know that did you know that you don't have to do that? Did you know that you don't have to switch up around anyone? Did you know that you could completely be authentic yourself? Did you know that you can develop character and integrity and values and virtues and principle? Did you know that you could build your house on a rock? I didn't know that at the beginning. But once I learned that, I made definite major changes. And I'm experiencing a fulfilled life. And I just want to let you know that you got the power, family. You got the power. Self-development, self-discovery, self-actualization is not a chore. It's not a chore. Like, reading is not a chore. Why do people, think about how sick we have to be for you to think about to do a zillion other things than to sit down and read? Did you know that if you know how to read, you can learn how to do anything? Did you know that there's books out how to do anything and everything? All the things that you want to do right now, and the type of person that you want to become, and the experiences that you want to have, people have already done it, and they said how they did it in books. God doesn't even want to read. I guess he's too busy, I guess. He's the guy just behind on his bills. He says, hey man, if you work where I work, by the time you get home, put the kids to bed, eat, watch a little TV. It's time to sleep. I can't stay up all night and read. I can't stay up all night and read. He's the guy that's behind on his bills and behind on his promises to his family. And guess what? You don't even have to read now. It's audio books. It's lectures. It's infinite amount of information on YouTube University. He said, hey man, but you work where I work. By the time you get home, you gotta put the kids to sleep, take a shower, eat, watch a little TV. Can't stay up all night and watch. You can't stay up all night and listen to audio books. And this is the guy that's behind on his promises. I'm still behind on a few of my promises, but not for long. This book, February 2013, is full. It's full. This book is full. From February 2013, it's full. Full of notes and power, ideas and concepts. It says, success and self-help. From when I was 20, 24, 23. Something like that. Y'all take care now. Stay grateful.